Ready for an 8-hour bus ride? I know I'm not. I am in one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. This is the reason why I'm in this region of Colombia, and honestly this place is one of the reasons why I came to Colombia in the first place. Highest, tallest, hugest coconut trees that do not have coconut on it, so I'm not afraid of dying. What makes this place a little bit more beautiful is that it's partially cloudy and some parts of the mountains have sunbeams on it and it's shiny and bright, while some parts are pretty dark. I really like the contrast. Oh, I feel so happy in the nature. There are 2 hikes I can do. The one is pretty short, 6 kilometers I think, and the other one is 12 kilometers. And you can guess which one I'm going to do. Every time I'm hiking with my backpack, I can't stop thinking about the Camino. If you don't know, I did Camino de Santiago, which literally changed my... Look at my background! Oh my god! Literally changed my life. I do want to say Buen Camino when I see people. Oh my goodness, I need to catch my breath. A lot of people do this on horses, and fortunately you can't feel the smell, but it smells amazing! Jesus Christ! So beautiful. So beautiful. I won't shut up about it. It's time for a little break for me, and it's extremely difficult to find a place to sit down where there's no horse poop. Note that I have rain boots here that I borrowed from hostel. 1 banana is never enough. The fruit tastes so good in Colombia. Amazing. You know when you buy a mix of nuts and it says there's cashew, there's walnuts, there's almonds, and all you get is just 1 or 2 almonds, a lot of peanut and a lot of cranberry. I'm almost 3,000 meters high above the sea level. I have 9 more kilometers to go. And honestly, it's getting challenging. It's getting really foggy and cloudy, and I think it's gonna rain, but I'm prepared. I have these rain boots and the rain poncho that I kept from Niagara Falls. I wanted to say I stole, but I didn't steal it. They gave it to me and I kept it. Alright, well, I'm coming down. They told me to follow the river. I can hear the sound of river. This is definitely more off-road than it was going up, but I love it. It's super wild. I don't know if this is considered to be river, but this is the only way, so just gonna follow it. Maybe this is the time to put those rain boots on, but they're really uncomfortable. I hate wearing them. I only have these sneakers, because you know what happened to the other sneakers? I was washing them in the washing machine in Puerto Rico, and then I was drying them in the dryer. Because it was raining a lot in Puerto Rico and it would never get dry, and I asked one of the girls to turn off the dryer because it would not turn off automatically, and she forgot, and my sneakers got smaller. They shrunk. So I only have these ones, and these also were in there, but these were a little bigger, so now they are the perfect size for me. I feel like today I experienced 2 different types of nature. First was these beautiful coconut trees and valleys and beautiful views, and the other one was pretty challenging, pretty dirty hike, and I enjoyed both of them. I had my Instagram deleted for a little while, and when I re-downloaded it, it asked me if I wanted to share my stories on Facebook, and even though I don't use Facebook that much anymore, I was like, yeah, why not? Within a week, I was getting a lot of messages from the friends that I haven't talked to for a very long while. I realized they didn't really know I was traveling that much, and they were sending me all these amazing messages telling me I'm courageous, what I do is amazing. Traveling solo became such a norm for me, but when I think about people that I left in my my countryside, for example. I was born in a countryside and I was raised there for 5 years, and then we moved to the capital. For them, me traveling in Colombia, in South America, and for them Colombia is like a drug country, you know, where people get kidnapped and killed and inhale cocaine all the time. But for them, what I do is very courageous and very different because they never leave. The only time they travel is when there's somebody's funeral. When I was reading their messages, I was like, hell yeah, I'm courageous. And sometimes humans don't give credits to the great things that we do, unless you have a narcissistic personality disorder and all you see is how great you are. For example, the other day I left my hostel keys inside the room and I was like, you piece of shit, you do it all the time. But then the other Diana was like, no, she doesn't. I remember bringing the keys 300 and something times during the year, and I forgot it 2-3 times. I don't do it always. Oh, why don't you give yourself credit for remembering those keys for that many times? Why don't I give myself credit for being alone here, traveling, hiking? All these girls that I meet hiking alone, cheers to them too, and all the boys too, because it's not easy for any gender. This is so beautiful to watch. It's like a love language of the mother cow. Even though I can't talk to them and we can't communicate, I feel that this is love. In factory farms, baby cows get separated instantly. They never see the daylight. They never see their moms. They're 100% exploited for milk, cheese, I don't know, tons of other dairy products and meat. But here, I can experience their love. Well, almost after 6 hours and 16 kilometers, I'm very close to the exit. So I'm gonna go to Salento and eat something. Probably for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna stay in my hostel. Salento seems like a very cute little colonial pueblo, and I love every single one of them. So tomorrow I'll explore it. Good morning, everybody. I wanted to wake up to see the sunrise, but the sunrise is at 5:30 in Colombia. I couldn't get up that early. I'm just gonna walk around. You know how much I love walking around in a sleepy town while people are still inside, snuggling in their beds. Salento is completely surrounded by mountains. It's a colorful, very, very tiny pueblo. You can walk every single street in 2 hours. You can just like step on everywhere in 2 hours, which is not that much, but I love walking around in the same places over and over again. I think it always changes, even though like it's the same street and it's the same crossroad, it's the same tree. It's always different at the same time, and I think that's why I love to walk in the same streets over and over and over again. It's pretty cold in this town too, because we are in the mountains. And I read on the internet that Simon Bolivar, who was a good ex-president of Colombia, he was traveling around this region when he discovered how beautiful this place was, and he was like, we need roads to this place right now. I see a lot of backpackers here. I just saw a big group of backpackers, probably a night bus just arrived, and you can see a lot of souvenir shops, which indicates that they mostly work for tourists, which is tricky a little bit because you can't really tell what's authentic and what's not, but I don't care. It's still very cute, and I'm still very happy I got here. I was waiting for this vegetarian cafe to open, and I think it opened up. It's 8:30. I'm gonna go eat now. I'm really hungry. So eating vegan in Colombia is really tricky. It is and it is not. What I appreciate in Colombian cuisine is that usually a plate is full of with the different kinds of things. It's usually rice, beans, salad, patacones, which is plantains, and meat, and that's like the source of protein for them. And what I can do is that I can just eliminate meat and eat the rest of the food. The tricky part of it is that it's never too delicious, you know? Okay, it's good, rice, beans, salad, but it's nothing like, oh my god, it's so delicious. So that's why I have to like hunt for vegan or vegetarian restaurants to eat something that's really, really delicious, which costs me a little bit more money, but it's also kind of fun. Just like a game. I look for it, I read reviews, and then I walk there, then I eat the food. Most of the times I'm happy. Also, because we are in a high altitude, we're in the mountains, the weather is changing rapidly. You can never ever trust the weather forecast here. Well, I got back to my hostel. It's called a Coffee Tree Hostel. It's really huge. And I'm just gonna sit here today, relax, watch the sunset, read a book. Well, actually, none of this happened. After an hour or so, I met some people in the hostel and we went out to play this traditional Colombian game called Tejo. So you have to throw these steel discs to gunpowder that's wrapped in paper. If you manage to hit the paper with the disc, because of some unknown forces of nature, or at least unknown to me, it explodes. It's a lot of fun because things just explode unexpectedly, and also the game includes a lot of beer. Surprisingly, I won this game. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Bye!